So, Nicholas, here at Locals, you just got top 8 today, playing a very interesting deck. What'd you play and how's your experience?
I played Volcanics. My experience was great. Right now, without Bonfire, bricks a lot, so we're going to be trying to make a way around it. But it was great. We had a great time. Like to burn, baby, burn. Yeah, everyone, they were all really good today.
Insane. I know this deck just got a lot of support. It's got a few more cards that are coming. We got a couple features with you actually today, showcasing a little bit of what the deck can do. Do you have any shout outs you want to give for the profile?
I don't know. I'm not really from here, and this is my first tournament here, so I don't really have any names. But
it's all good, man. Well, let's go ahead and get into the list and see what you played.
So first off, for the main deck, we have triple trooper. Main card of the deck, combo maker, helps set up the FTK. Really good. If you're not playing 3, you're not gonna play this deck at all. You need 3. You've got to be able to make sure that you can handle it. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Triple. Triple shell, great discard fodder. Also for the combo, works well with another card that we're going to show up soon. But yeah, pay 500, add another copy of itself. Soft once per turn, really good just to keep on adding and thinning your deck out. That's really good. Triple Rimfire.
What does this card do?
So it has 2 effects. When it's sent to graveyard, it can either banish itself from the graveyard to send a volcanic monster from deck to grave, or it can banish a Blaze Accelerator card from your field or graveyard to place another Blaze Accelerator card from your deck into your spell and trap set. Really good. You use both effects if you want to get the FTK in, and it works very well. Now we got 2 copies of the Volcanic Emperor. 1 copy is not enough. Sometimes your combos don't go through, so you want to be able to summon the second out with a trap that we're going to show later. But burn 500. It burns 500 for every special summon your opponent does, and it also burns for 500 for every pyro monster that is banished, and it can set a trap from the deck. So this pretty much just sets up most of everything that you need, and it pretty much just sets the pace of the game. Makes people have to just worry about it and try and deal with it, so you might usually have another turn to play by just bringing this guy out. So those are all the volcanic monsters. So now we're going to go into the other monsters. So we have 3 Hita. She is incredible, works very well with the level 1 pyros, the shell and the rimfire. You discard her and another fire monster to add another fire monster from your deck to your hand that has a level that is, or not level, attack higher than the other monster that you discarded. So you normally want to discard this with shell or rimfire, and then you can also prop their effects, and while still adding another card to your hand, while either going maintaining card advantage, and also just setting up your hand for the combos. Now we just play the 1 Inari. Insane card, specials from deck. Does not. It's insane. It's insane, and that's why we also play a certain card in the extra deck. But yeah, you want to play this. Helps burn, helps with combos. So yeah, those are the monsters. So now we're gonna go into spells. Triple Blaze, Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. This is the new card, the new spell. You gotta send the OG Blaze Accelerator from your deck to grave to be able to activate it. But yeah, it specials a Volcanic monster from hand and also destroys while sending a level 1 Fire monster from deck. Actually insane. Could not love it anymore. Both of its effects are soft once per turn, so you also want to reset it using Rimfire's effect. And you can, and even then, and at that point, you get more plus off of this card. So now we play the 2 Blaze Accelerators. Many people play 1, but I play 2 for a reason. Now the reason is because there's a stipulation on the Volcanic Blaze Accelerator that says you can only control 1 Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. And with Rimfire's effect, it banishes as effect So therefore, if there was only one copy of this card, of the OG, then you wouldn't be able to activate Rimfire's effect to banish this from face up field as cost. So that's why we play the 2. Sometimes comes up where I just play 1 Volcanic Blaze Accelerator and I send this to the graveyard, and then they destroy it, and then I have another in hand, and I just do it again, and it's perfect. Now we play the triple Foolish Burial, Fire Ejection, sends any pyro monster from your deck to graveyard. You can either burn, which is barely the effect that you use, and you could special summon a token. Really, really good. Helps just either add shell to hand or send Rimfire to send the Emperor. Here we play triple Extrav. Right now, this deck is missing a lot of consistency in terms of being able to add cards from deck to hand besides Hita. We want to see Trooper as much as possible in your first hand. If you don't, then you're kind of bricked. You're kind of bricking. And so yeah, we use Pot of Extravagance to be able to help with the consistency. So now for the main deck traps, or the traps, we play the 1 Kurenai and the 1 Emission. This is the card you set off of Emperor. This is the card you search off of sending Inari from field to grave. This tributes to burn for original attack. This one can either special summon from deck, ignoring summoning conditions, or burn for 15/5, or burn for half of your Pyro Monster's effect, which is also crazy. So that's all the engine and other cards. Now we're gonna show hand traps. Triple Ash obviously helps with any deck. Also can be used for Hita. Double Droll, 1 Imperm, and 1 Nibiru. Well, I'll explain those but with this next cards. So now we're gonna go to spells. Double Crossout. This has come up several times today. It actually did help me get an FTK in. Really, really helps. Also, if you need an extra 500 for your burn for Emperor to go for game or something, activate this effect, declare another volcanic name, send it, and you get another 500. 1 called by, and double Emperor. This is 40 cards. Never like to go over 40. I've condensed it as much as possible. I have drawn into my other hand traps, and those have definitely helped me in game, but the main ones where you play at least 2 copies to 3 are really good. So, it's the main deck.
For the extra deck?
What was that?
For the extra?
And for the extra. So here we have 3 copies of Anima. Now, this deck does not need an extra deck, so that's why we ran Extrav, but for the FTK to work, you want Anima, because Inari sent special summons from deck by sending a Spellcaster and a level 4 lower Pyro. You special summon a Shell or Rimfire, link them off into Anima. While Trooper's on the field, you can special summon Inari from deck just by sending this guy and Trooper. Double link Karibo in case you brick. 1 Salamangreat Elmirage. Really, really helps sometimes. I did bring it out once today. Didn't do much, but it can help. Double Mask. This is usually what you want to go to. This helps with your end board and also baiting your opponents. Double Cerberus. Double Phoenix. Double Unicorn. And I wish I had an Access Code, but I don't. So I play Griffin. Not sure. I've never used it before. It's just there to help with Extrav. So yeah, that's the extra deck. Yeah.
And for now, let's go ahead and see what you played in your side deck as well.
Let's do side deck. All right. So for the side deck, I'll just stick these to the side. 1 Droll, 1 Veiler, 1 Imperm. This is just to help with when you're going second. Game 2, if you lost, or if you won, they're gonna go first. You put these in for consistency. Droll helped today, Veiler helped today, Nibiru helped today. So adding 1 of each to the lineup is just amazing. Fire King, Circle of the Fire Kings. This helps sometimes with consistency. You can send Trooper off of Fire Ejection and then normal like a Shell. Activate this card and then they switch. Sometimes works, didn't happen today. But yeah, 1 Raigeki, double Storm. I didn't really see many trap decks today, but trapper spell trap decks. But I run just some trap removal. Triple evenly did help today, and double goes in case you have another way of getting it out. And obviously the two tokens.
Yeah, the tokens for the Volcanics. Insane. We were able to see you actually pull off the FTK today, do some crazy things with this deck. I know there is some support coming out in the future in forms of Bonfire and a couple other cards. Do you have any changes you're anticipating on making?
Yes, definitely. For the main deck, probably cutting down on some hand traps, but also maybe 1 or 2 extrav, and maybe 1 rimfire. Bonfire, instead of 1 rimfire, is just going to be much better. You break a lot if you draw one of your level 1s, and unfortunately I'm running 6 right now, so running 5 and then 3 bonfire would help a lot more than just 6 level 1s that you can break off.
Insane.
So yeah, I'll set up the hand for the FTK. It can be a 2 or 3 card combo. 2 cards if you run if you get fire ejection in your hand. 3 cards if you have these 3. So basically, combo goes normal trooper. This is your hand. Adding adding a blaze accelerator from your hand. Activating blaze accelerator. Sending the 1 from deck to grave. Activating trooper. Discarding shell, or not shell, rimfire. To special a token. Activate rimfire, banish to send the Emperor. Activate Volcanic Blaze Accelerator, special from hand to shell. You go into Anima. You then special from deck by sending Anima and Trooper. Inari. It's just an inherent summon. They can't negate it. They can't do anything unless they have Solemn. But besides that, it is an FTK, so normally you won't get hit by that. So activate effect, you burn for 1k. So they're now at 7,000 health. So now you pay 500, activate shell to add another shell. To set it up, but yeah, pay 500, adding another shell. Then activate Volcanic Blaze Accelerator, second effect, target, and send a rimfire. You need minimum 2 rimfire for this to work. To destroy. So now this gets destroyed. This is in my hand. And you burn for another 5 because of the token, because of Trooper's effect to burn for 500 when the token is destroyed. So now you're at 65. Activate rimfire, second effect, banish target, not targeting, but its effect is to banish and then replace. So resolution, banish that to replace it. So now its effects are reset. So now I can activate its effect, special, another shell. Link these 2 off into mask. Activating our effect to add the trap, the Inari, or the Kurenai from deck to hand. So this is my hand. So this is another inherent summon, Volcanic Emperor, by banishing 3 Pyro monsters or 1 Blaze Accelerator. You want to banish 3, so you banish Trooper, Shell, and Rim to special itself. And on its summon, you can activate its effect, burn for 2k. So you were at 65, and now you burn for 2k, and then you can set the Volcanic Trap from deck. So now you're at 45. So now this is the end board. You still have this in hand. Set, and then you pass turn. On their draw phase, activate a mission, target. So they're still at 45. You target Emperor. It burns for half of a Pyro monster's attack that you have. So Emperor is 31, so half of that is 1550. So from 45 minus 1550 is 2950. And now you activate Kurenai, Tributing Emperor, and this trap inflicts damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original attack. So you burn for 31 per game.
Insane. We're actually able to see you pull this off a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm extremely excited to see what you can do in the future with this deck. Do you have any final remarks?
Final remarks, we're waiting for Bonfire.
Insane.
Waiting for Bonfire.
Again, we appreciate the deck profile.
Thank you.
you.
Yep, bye.